Hi guys, Ian here, and this is the KEFINE Klean SV. I would say this is the Mark II of the original KEFINE Klean, and it's a single dynamic driver IEM. Retail price for this is $50 US, and this is going to put a lot of other IEMs at this price point to shame because of the accessories and overall build and design that this offers. It's really fantastic, and it's only $50. So if you want to find out more, do check out the unaffiliated link down in the description below. So I've been using this for 2 weeks now, and I'm here to share with you guys my thoughts and opinions about this KEFINE Klean SV. First, let's go through the accessories, and this is the retail box that it comes in. At the back here, there are some specifications. Let me just go through that. Frequency range is 20 to 20,000 Hertz. Sensitivity is 107, and the impedance is 32 ohms. And inside the box, you get, of course, user guide and warranty card. You get a carrying case, which is a pretty standard, small, slim, compact hard shell case, which is pretty available in the market. You get a Velcro strap for your cable. You get 2 types of ear tips and 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. You can tip roll and find out which ear tips is suitable for you, but I would suggest to use your third-party ear tips if you have them. And on top of that, you get interchangeable nozzles, and these nozzles, they do change the sound a little bit, so do swap out the nozzles to find out which ones suits your listening preference the most. And it comes with this 2-core cable terminated with either 3.5 or 4.4 headphone jack, and then you get your usual Y split and chin slider and ear hooks. Now the ear hooks are a little bit on the stiffer side, but this is quite a small negligible issue for me, I would say. But yeah, overall I would say the accessories are actually pretty good for this price. Alright, now let's talk about the design and build quality of these IEMs, and they are pretty good. Simple looking kind of design. The faceplate has got a very nice design. The shape of it is kind of mid-size kind of thing, and overall it's made from CNC cut kind of metal alloy, and the weight of it is actually quite substantial. And I would say this is actually very well built for this price. I mean, it's just $50. And yeah, overall I would say the design of this is actually pretty good. Nothing fancy, but overall gives it a pretty premium look, and the metal is actually pretty good. Now let's talk about the fit and comfort. I would say this is actually pretty comfortable. They are well shaped. It's not small. It's medium size. It goes into my ear canal very well. There's no pressure points, and after long listening on this, I don't feel any soreness. Of course, if you have bigger ears or wider ears, this would fit you better. But it does fit small ears as well. But you might need to tip roll, find a small tip, or find a third-party ear tip that suits your ear canal. But overall, I would say this is actually a pretty comfortable IEM. And the cable, I would say you might want to change the cable as well to get a better fit. Because the ear hooks are quite aggressive and it kind of tugs on the IEM, so maybe try to find a cable with a more subtle ear hook so it does not pull onto you. But overall, I would say the fit and comfort is pretty good, and it gives me a pretty good seal. Now let's talk about the sound performance of these. First, let's talk about the technical performance. Now as for the sound stage, it presents a pretty moderately wide coherent soundstage with respectable depth for a single dynamic driver at this price point. It doesn't try to fake that with excessive upper treble lift, which I appreciate. Instead, the stage feels natural and proportionate, extending just outside the head with a mild sense of front to back layering. Compared to flatter budget IEMs, the presentation feels less congested and more breathable, especially on live recordings, live concerts and orchestral tracks. As for imaging, it is one of KEFINE Klean's stronger technical traits. Instrument placement is very stable and very well defined as well, with good left to right separation and acceptable center image focus. It doesn't blur positional cues even when the mix gets busy. While it doesn't reach the pinpoint accuracy of a high-end hybrids, it clearly outperforms many $50 single dynamic driver IEMs in the competition that tend to smear elements together. As for detail retrieval, it's clean, it's not really forced. Micro details like string textures, reverb tails, and background harmonics are present without being pushed forward artificially. This is not a hyper analytical tuning, but details emerge naturally as part of the mix instead of being spotlighted. It strikes a good balance between musicality and information, which makes long listening sessions easy on these IEMs. Now, in terms of resolution, it's solid for this price point. It's not reference level, but it's clearly above entry level. The KEFINE Klean maintains composure when layering increases and avoids collapsing into a flat wall of sound. You can hear differences between recordings and mastering quality, which is usually a good sign that the driver is resolving enough to scale with better source. Now, as for the tone and timbre, the overall tonality leans towards neutral with a mild warmth to it, giving instruments realistic weight without sounding too thick or too slow. Timbre is one of the more convincing aspects here. Vocals, they sound organic. Guitars have proper body, and percussion avoids plasticky overtones. There is no obvious metallic sheen or unnatural dryness, which is something budget IEM drivers often struggle with. Alright, so that's the overall technical performance of this. Now let's move on to the sound signature of this. I've measured it, so I'm going to post my graph somewhere up here. Okay, first let's talk about the sub bass. It's present, it's audible with a gentle rumble rather than a visceral slam. It reaches low enough to support electronic music and cinematic tracks, but it remains controlled. There's no excessive bloom and rumble, which really helps preserve the clarity in complex music. So I would say sub bass is quite subtle and I was presentable when it needs to be. As for the mid bass, is tastefully done and elevated, providing punch and impact without bleeding into the mids. I would say kick drums have definition and impact, but bass lines don't really overpower vocals, which is a good sign. Now, compared to bass boosted budget sets, I would say the KEFINE Klean sounds tighter and a bit more disciplined and controlled, and overall it's a good sub bass and mid bass combination for me. As for the mid range, I would say it's clean, it's slightly warm, and it's well balanced. Vocals, they sit naturally in the mix, neither recessed nor overly forward. Male vocals, they benefit from good body, while female vocals, they retain clarity without sounding too thin. Instruments like piano and acoustic guitars, they sound convincing and natural with enough harmonic richness to feel more lifelike, I would say. As for the pinna gain, the upper mid-range region is sensibly tuned, providing clarity, presence, without crossing into being shouty, and it helps with the perceived detail, especially on spoken words and acoustic tracks. Now, sensitive listeners may want the smoothness nozzle, I would say, this one, the one with the black filter here, and it depends, it depends on individual again, but overall I would say this is pretty well tuned pinna gain. Now, as for the treble extension, it's airy, it's well controlled, It's enough sparkle to bring out the cymbal, and it brings out the overall upper harmonics, but it avoids harsh peaks or sibilance with the balanced nozzle. So again, try different nozzles and get that different tuning, and this tuning prioritizes over smoothness and not too aggressive, which makes it forgiving for poorer recordings while it still sounds open, kind of thing. So I would say it's quite forgiving, and overall, depending on the different nozzles that you try, it will give you a different sensation and a different response as well, frequency response. So try out the different nozzles for different genres of music. Alright, so that's the overall sound signature. I would say compared to typically Harman-tuned budget IEMs, the KEFINE Klean sounds less artificially boosted, I would say, in the upper mids and the treble, resulting in a little bit more relaxed and natural presentation. And against those bass heavy competitors, I would say this is more balanced instead of sure impact and rumble, and it gives you more clarity and balance as well. So technically I would say it holds its own within that $50 price point, especially in imaging and overall tonal consistency. Alright, so let's conclude. I would say the KEFINE Klean SV doesn't try to impress with gimmicks or exaggerate tuning. Instead, it delivers a coherent, a mature sound with respectable technical performance, its natural timbre, and a well-balanced sound signature. It's not chasing the extremes or the niche, and that's exactly why it works so well as a daily driver. Now, for those who value balance, clarity, and long-term listenability over more bass or more sparkle, the KEFINE Klean SV is going to be an easy recommendation for me in this price point. Alright, so that's my overall thoughts and opinions about this KEFINE Klean SV. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My name's Ian. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Cheers.